Welcome to the exercise portion of the program. In this section, you're going to be learning how to do the individual exercises correctly, and these exercises make up the routines that you're going to perform later. It's really important when you're doing these exercises to keep your body as relaxed as possible and only move from and use the particular parts of the body we're asking you to move. Anytime you increase your force or try to force your way through the exercise, guaranteed you're going to be doing it incorrectly. And we want to avoid strain and we want to avoid injury at all costs. So just pay attention and practice. The first exercise that we're going to learn today is called birthday candles. And this is a very important exercise because it helps to establish proper alignment in your trunk so that you can activate the muscles properly. This first exercise is really important to start with a completely relaxed body. You're going to lie on the ground with your knees bent up and your feet flat in a relaxed position of your head. Some people may need to have a towel or a little lift put behind their head if their head is doing this. So we want to make sure we get to as normal of a neutral alignment as we possibly can get. And then from a relaxed body, a fully relaxed trunk, you're going to blow out in one steady blow. And as you blow out and get to the bottom of your breath, what you should notice is that your chest is dropping down towards your pelvis in this way. And that's exactly correct. That means that you've let go of your body enough and you're not holding on with any extra tension. And relax. So this is a great exercise, again, to establish that alignment in the body and to help relax the back and neck. The next exercise that we're going to learn is called the elevator. And this is where we begin to initiate contraction of our abdominals and our deep abdominal muscles. This exercise is really important because it helps teach the coordinated working together of all the muscles in the abdominal region and all the muscles that help stabilize our trunk. So you're going to start in this, again, in this hook lying position with the knees bent up and the feet flat on your back, and if you need the towel support behind your head, go ahead and do that. This exercise is initiated by taking your hands and placing them just on the inside of your pelvis and below your belly button, and you're going to push in to your stomach. And without using your breath, you're going to try to push your fingers up like your stomach is an elevator and your fingers are the people. And you're just going to push the people up like you're pushing them to the top story of a 10-story building. You're going to hold it for a second or two, and then you're going to relax. And how you know you're doing this exercise correctly is a couple of things are going to happen. One is your back is not going to come off of the table. And the second way you know you're doing it correctly is if as you push, you'll notice that the ribs are dropping down towards the pelvis. Very good. And one more time. Excellent. And relax. The next exercise we're going to learn is how to take a properly stabilized middle and add movement on another part of your spine. And the key here is maintaining the proper contraction of your core while you're moving your head. So we're going to start with that elevator motion again, but instead of going all the way to the 10th floor like we're supposed to, I want you to go to the 5th floor so you're not straining your body. Again, everything else in your body should be completely relaxed except for the work that you're doing in your stomach. So you're going to go ahead and push your stomach up to about the 5th floor or 50%. You're going to make sure that your ribs stay in that downward position and that the pressure that you've just generated in your stomach stays there. And you're going to gently lift your head off of the table by tipping your nose down and keeping the length of your neck. You're going to hold it for a few seconds and then release the head without releasing the ribs or the stomach. And then you're going to repeat the same thing, keeping the pressure. Very good. And it's okay to feel a little bit of shaking. This is not an easy exercise. And go back down. What the key elements are not letting go of the stomach and not letting go of the ribs. You don't want to feel any tension in your back, but give all of the work here to your abdominals and the front of your neck. Only lift your neck as high, only lift your head as high as you can, without straining. Keep that chin down. There we go. Good. And relax. Really good job. The next exercise that we're going to learn today is called arm flexion. And this is a challenge, again, another challenge to the stability that you're creating in your abdominal region, your core region. So like with all the exercises that we're going to do, we're going to start with the elevator. So go ahead and push up, Tyler. Okay, very good. And again, when you push up, you should feel those ribs dropping down, okay, towards the pelvis. So maintain that, and now you're going to lift your arms so they're pointing toward the ceiling and the palms are facing each other. When you lift the arms, it's really important to make sure that you don't have excess tension in the arms or the elbows. You don't want 2x4s. You want nice, easy, relaxed elbows. Shoulders should be relaxed to the table, and the palms should be slightly open like you're going to receive a softball. Okay, good. So maintaining this elevator, this pressure that you're generating, you're going to slowly, in a relaxed way, let your arms go back over your head, but you're not going to lose that push. You're not going to let the ribs come back up. The more relaxed you are as you do this, the more successful you'll be. A lot of times with exercise and working out, we think that you have to push, go harder, harder. But with these exercises, the coordination of the activity is much more important, and you're going to get a much more effective working of the proper muscles and the basic stabilization function of your abdominals when you move in a relaxed, more coordinated way. And come back up to start. Very good. Good job. The next exercise is going to work on moving the legs while you're maintaining the proper abdominal contraction. So from this start position again in hook lying, you're going to create that abdominal pressure by pushing out, by performing that elevator movement. Again, the ribs should drop down as you do that. Good. And you can leave your fingers there to check your work, to make sure that you're not losing that pressure. And then you're slowly going to lift one knee up towards your chest without losing this pressure, without letting the ribs come up. What's important about the movement of the leg is we don't want to see that knee move towards your midline. The knee should be moving on the outside. Our hip sockets are located on the outside of our pelvis, so we want to make sure that the knee is following that same path. Good. And then bring it down. Again, not losing the pressure in your abdominals. Good. The back should not be lifting away from the floor or from the table, depending on where you're doing it. It's really easy to let old patterns of movement take over when we get to a challenging exercise like this. Good. And then the leg down. We want to make sure the legs are moving easily in a relaxed way. Make sure the rib stays down. Easy. Work on the coordination and not force. All right. So if you can do this exercise successfully where you're lifting one leg and your back isn't moving and you're maintaining pressure and your ribs are staying down and your head's not moving toward the ceiling, then we can initiate lifting the other leg. And all the same things need to take place. Abdominals need to stay pressured, ribs need to stay down. Good, knee moving out to the side, all right, and then lower one at a time. Good. Good job. And relax. This next exercise is going to be a combination of moving the arm and the leg while you're holding the abdominal pressure, or that elevator exercise. So again, starting from a lying position, relaxing the whole rest of your body, you're going to start to lift that elevator up, and as you lift the elevator, the ribs should come down. You should be feeling your back in contact with the floor. And from here, you're going to lift one arm and one leg, and they're going to be on the same side. We call that an ipsilateral movement. So Tyler's going to lift his left arm and his left leg, and they're going to move up at the same time. Good. And again, the knee needs to stay on the outside of the body. The arm needs to stay relaxed and not rigid. And as he moves up, he's going to turn his palm upward. Come back down. And same thing. Ribs stay down. Remember, this is all about coordination. It's not about force. Turn the palm up. Good. And then come back down. And then one more time. Very good. Excellent job. Good, and relax. This exercise is called rolling, and it's really going to challenge the coordination of your abdominal region while you're moving your entire body. So again, we're going to start in this position. We're going to generate that pressure by pushing the elevator to about the 5th floor, making sure the ribs move down as we do that. Arms are going to come up, pointing to the ceiling. Again, we want relaxed shoulders to the table, elbows relaxed, hands relaxed. Then we're going to lift the knees one at a time, again pointing them out to the side and not directly at our chest. Second knee comes up. And from here, we're going to roll about 1/4 of the way to our right side, 1/4 of our way to our left side. And the key components of this exercise are making sure the ribs stay in that down position. We maintain the pressure in our abdominal region, very good, and that we move our hips and our shoulders at the same time. So we're not twisting in the middle. So come on back, Tyler, so I'm doing it wrong. So what we don't want to have happen is the legs go before the arms, and we certainly don't want the arms or the upper body going before the legs. So right here, good, drop that down, excellent job. And then let's initiate that roll. Very good. We want to feel the work happening, the initiation of the movement happening right here in the trunk. We don't want the knees to come closer together, the arms to come closer together. Come onto your back and maintain that pressure. Don't let your back arch. And now roll towards me. Very, very good. And Tyler at the end there lifted his head, which is fine. If you have the ability to lift your head and not lose the control of your trunk, it's totally fine. It makes the exercise a little bit harder. And onto your back. And when you come out of this, one leg down at a time, keeping the ribs in the right position, keeping that push, and then the arms come down. And relax. So the next 2 exercises that we do in the exercise routine are more closely related, so we're going to do them at the same time. Starting from the start position, using the elevator to generate the pressure in your stomach, making sure the ribs drop down as you do that. You're going to lift your arms so they're pointing to the ceiling. And then you're going to lift your knees one at a time. And you're going to keep lifting all the way up to where you grab the outside of your feet, and you're going to just pull down slightly on those knees to move to the outside of your body. So this is the foot grab. And the happy baby is a rolling in this position. So go ahead and roll, Tyler, to the right. Again, we're going to maintain that pressure in the abdominals, keeping the head long and easy, and roll onto your back. We don't want the back to arch, and roll towards me. Really good. And again, onto your back. Now some variations, not everybody has as much hip mobility as Tyler does. So some variations are, you can grab lower down on the shin, and if you can't get there, then you can grab behind the thighs. All to get your hips in that proper alignment, pushing them down into more and more range so you can gradually do the exercise in the position. Go ahead and relax. This exercise, we're going to start again with that elevator push of our abdominals. Ribs come down, head stays relaxed, the back of our body stays completely relaxed. We're going to bring the knees up one at a time. Really good. Again, keeping them apart. We don't want them moving towards each other. So those hips align really nicely in the sockets. And from here, this is a little challenging. Keeping the ribs down. Very good. Arms are going to come up and point to the ceiling. Palms face each other. And we're going to lift the entire pelvis off of the mat so the knees start to point to the ground. We're going to hold. Very good. That's plenty high. Ribs stay down. Abdominal pressure is maintained. You're going to hold for a few seconds, and then you're just going to release it back to where your knees started. A little bit more. Good. Make sure the rib stays down, the pressure stays there. We want to make sure as well the neck is not arching, moving, anything like that. Go ahead. Very good. And come on down. Good, and then release. One leg at a time. And relax. This next exercise is a little bit more of a challenge. It requires a lot of concentration and a lot of coordination of the muscles. So just like the pelvic lift, we're going to start with the pressure in the abdominals, ribs coming down. The legs are going to come up one at a time with the knees pointing to the outside of the body. Good. And we want to try to keep the knees pointing directly to the ceiling. And without using force of our spine in our back, in our neck, or our arms, Tyler's going to lift his knees straight up to the ceiling. So I don't want to see a lot of motion going toward the head, mostly to the ceiling. Doesn't have to be a big movement. It's a very small movement. You're going to feel it more than you're going to see it. And you're going to hold that motion for about 3 to 4 seconds, and then just relax it back down. The knees come down. Good. One more time. Try to go up more. Good. Very good. It's not easy, and this exercise is really going to challenge your ability to keep those ribs down. And relax. Good. One leg down at a time. And relax. Okay, this next exercise is called the oyster, and it's really about maintaining that pressure and the alignment in your trunk while you perform sort of an extra strong abdominal contraction. So from here, we're going to start again with the elevator. Give me a push-up. Good. Ribs stay down. Neck stays long. Arms are going to reach up to the ceiling, keeping the palms facing each other. Shoulders relaxed. Elbows relaxed. Lifting one knee at a time so the knees point to the ceiling. Good. Very good. And in this movement, what we're trying to do is move the top half of the body up and the bottom half of the body up so we meet in the lumbar spine. So ideally, depending on the surface you're on, you'll be reaching up so that your lumbar spine, the low vertebrae in your spine, will be pushing onto the floor. The head is lifted, shoulders should be relaxed away from the ears, very good, and the pelvis should be lifted too. The hands are reaching between the knees toward the ankles, and the feet need to be pointed to the wall, not to the ceiling. And relax. You're going to hold it for about 5 seconds, and then you're going to come down. Your knees are going to drop just to about here, and then you're going to repeat ribs, pressure in the stomach as you lift up, trying to get both sides up off the table. Really nice. Really good. One more time. Tyler's doing a great job keeping those ribs down, keeping that neck and head aligned. Very good. Hold. Shoulders relaxed. Good. And relax. All the way down.